Hello everybody, this is Red. This time I'm going to be recording with my usual recording software because Shadowplay, the software that I used previously to record my video, was kind of bad. I've tried to record with that several times now, and the audio is, how'd you say this? The audio in Adobe Premiere, when you edit the video, is about 3 seconds late. So I don't want to spend a whole afternoon on editing my video and making sure the sound is good. So I'm using open broadcast software again. And I had some people mentioning, you know, doesn't matter if you're gearing up, I'd still watch your videos. And someone asked for an unedited part video that was so and so long so that he could watch it during work, I believe. So you know, you guys ask and you get what you want, because I'm like that and I have a I have a day off. So let's get started and find a server, because I wanted to go in the surrounding villages. Sorry about that. And I wanted to look for some more crossbow bolts, because currently I think I have about 8, which is not that much. Now we're gonna have to find a server. This seems good. I'm currently having some problems with my right eye. It's a bit blurry. Sometimes I get that. I don't know how that happens. So, there we are. Seems a bit dark. I wonder what time of the day it is in game. The sun is over there, so I don't know. It might be towards the evening. And I wish I had a binocs or something like that, because I can barely see what's going on up there. So we have basically one objective. Like, I am taking some kind of a risk to go out and find some more crossbow bolts. But you know, in the next patch, I might as well get killed. So at the moment, I'm just gonna go look for the stuff that I need. And if I, you know, die in the process, I'll just have to start over again, and I'll gear up with the same stuff I have right now, so that, you know, in the coming patch that I can get started again. But right now I have the perfect gear, except for that I need a couple more bolts to get what I really need. I can barely see right there. I'm looking for a gap in the fence. Maybe I'll just have to adjust a little bit of the gamma, because I think it's quite low. Yes, it is. That's a lot better. I was wondering why it was dark all the time. I probably just had the settings way too low. I'm not even sure what the default settings are, but well, here's bananas. I'm not really looking for a potassium source. Was that potassium in banana? I think it was, right? We are looking for crossbow bolts, and preferably without a player attached to it, because that would suck. What's this? What is that? Oh, that's a headlight. You know, this these winter clothing things. I'm always wondering, like, why do they add these things like winter camo? Are they planning on creating a winter biome in this map? If so, wow, I would be so happy. Because we used to have Namalsk as, you know, the snow map, but then you'd be on different servers with different map, and basically your character wouldn't be saved over, you know, that map and this map. But if you have two maps in one, like snow biome, you have the big forest and hills and mountains, then that would make such a difference. And what is that? Is that another crossbow? Yes, it is. It better be loaded. It's not. But yeah, how awesome would that be? We'd have forests, mountains, rivers, a bit of ocean, of course. You know, Turner's has a massive coastline. But beside a coastline, we'd also have snowy mountains, and that it would be very hard to survive there. You know, food would be scarce. It would be quite challenging to stay warm, which of course then you're gonna need your warm clothing, which should be rare in the game. And then, you know, you get to a point where, what is this? Press vest, anti-stab vest. That's pretty cool. Never had one of those before. Too bad it doesn't have any camo value. I would have taken that for someone because that's pristine, but at the moment, you know, I have my inventory slots in this vest, so I'm gonna keep this vest. But what I wanted to talk about is this snow biome, right? So imagine we have a biome with snow, and it's quite vast, you know, it's big, there's mountains, it's hard to travel across. Maybe a reduced movement speed in snow, that would really help. So there's gonna be less food, it's gonna be cold, you're gonna need to stay warm. You'll probably move slower. That would be really cool in my opinion. Making it hard to survive, which means a lot less players will go there unless they're quite geared. And then it will automatically make it easier to survive there, right? Because even if someone has a lot of gear, he would probably not risk going into that snow biome and die of starvation. I think a person would rather, you know, stay in a more comfortable region. That's just the way I see it. I just heard something weird. Like footsteps or something. I'm not even sure. But then again, I always hear things in DayZ. Probably one of the things that I survive longer than the average person. That also means I get semi-heart attacks all the time. But if Bohemia decides to make a snow biome, which I think they will because they made snow camouflage clothing, then if you want to find me in game, you should look in the snow, because that's where I would be waiting or trying to survive, because I like the survival aspect. So I'd like to survive in the most, you know, harsh environment. It would be especially cool if there were, you know, when there's storm in the lowland, which we shall call the current map, lowland. then there would be like a blizzard in the snow mountains. So then you would have to sit inside a building somewhere, maybe your own built little shelter, or you would die of cold. That would seem quite fair, you know. But you need to have a proper warning in advance. Like, it would be kind of harsh if you log into a blizzard and you just die of hypothermia. Then they should make it so that it would take quite a while to die of the cold, of course. You need some time to get to your shelter before you die. I know it's a harsh environment, but you know, it doesn't have to be that harsh. Sorry if I'm clearing my throat all the time, or you know, making nasty snotty noises with my nose, but I've had a terrible cold and it's still got me for a bit, so yeah, I've been out of commission recording wise for a while, and it's getting better, but I'm not there yet. Like, I'm not completely done yet with a stupid cold. Alright, what do we need? Energized and hydrated still. I don't know for how long I have been healthy in DayZ. I always try to stay healthy in this, because the health regeneration when you're completely healthy is so nice. If you were with a group of survivors, and we would actually be able to store things in tents and stuff, then being healthy is amazing. You can tap blood from each other constantly. And if medical supplies will be easier to get, because right now a blood testing kit is about the rarest thing I can ever find. And so if everyone could test their blood, and we could, you know, make a little stash of all kinds of blood tests, so maybe you would be able to write a sticker, you know, stick a sticker on the blood bag that tells you what kind of blood type it is. And then again, you can also use it as a trap, you know. If someone wants to raid your base, or you make a fake cache with blood bags and you write the wrong blood types on it, and someone thinks he's smart and he steals it, injects himself with the blood because he needs blood, and of course the corresponding blood, he knows what blood type he is, and he puts the blood in him. You know, he finds a bag of blood and the bag says A positive. He puts his own blood is A positive. He puts the A positive in, and he dies in like a minute or so. Because he injected himself with the wrong blood. He thought it was the right blood, and he stole it, you know. Keep your hands off our medical supplies. Now, I would totally coat the shit out of that. Like, A positive is actually B negative or something like that. So that only the group would understand what type of blood type that is. But, you know, my head is full of ideas, and I always like to, hey, crossbow bolts. Are you going to tell me that we're not going to be able to loot that? Alright. Burlap sack, you gotta go. There we go. Alright, we might be able to make some room for this. Burlap sack, because I like the burlap sacks. You know, if I were able to shoot, or, you know, shoot someone, but not kill them, I would put a burlap sack on his head just for the time being, so that, you know, he couldn't do anything to me. No time up and stuff, like all that sexy thing, sexy scenarios. Alright, alright, alright. I'm really struggling with the limited amount of space. I'm just gonna get rid of one of the ACOGs, because I don't use the ACOG, not for the crossbow because it's ranged on 200 meters. So if you fire your crossbow, you know, it's basically like a mortar. It fires straight up. Wow, red tracksuit pants. That is such trailer park gear. I really thought about putting that on for a second. Alright. I think I really have everything I need. You know, 12 crossbow bolts total. If I can get a good shot off on one of those new animals that are coming soon. By the way, it's also turning dark. But if I could get a good shot off on an animal in, you know, the coming patch, that should be 1 crossbow bolt per animal. And if I could pull that bolt out, you know, I have an unlimited supply of ammo. I'll keep this double-barrel shotgun just in case there's someone trying to steal my meat. I only have 1 speed loader. That's a little bit of a problem here. It would make more sense to take that speed loader out. See what happens if I press R. Yeah, he loads as a snap loader. It's not a speed loader, it's actually a snap loader. But if I do this... Alright, there we go. Now there's 2 rounds in this thing. And I have a snap loader on the side. So if I get in trouble, you know, someone's like, hey, what's up, man? I'm coming here to steal your stuff. Or he just starts shooting at me. You know, there's 3 reasons for me to shoot someone. Maybe 4. First reason is I see someone, maybe he doesn't see me, I talk to him, but he doesn't respond. That's when I shoot you. Or, you know, you get your gun out when I'm talking to you and you're starting to cover the door. Something like that. Second, you shoot at me or you're somehow trying to take my stuff. So also, that also means you're looking through my tent while I'm just walking into my camp and I see you looking into my tent. You're a goner. 3, I see you within, you know, maybe 500 meters of my hidden stash, and I just don't want you there. I might shoot at you to either, like, chase you away or kill you. One of the 2. Depending on what kind of stuff you have. If you don't have a gun, it's kind of pointless to kill you. And 4, I don't even know if I have another reason to really shoot someone. You know, sometimes I am kind of an asshole. Yeah, sometimes I do shoot on sight, but that's totally depending on the situation. If I'm confident in, you know, that I can make it, then I don't really see a reason to shoot someone. Unless my group is in an area that wants to, you know, loot the area, and there's this other group of people, then I might see them as a threat and, you know, order an attack on them. Because, yeah, how do I explain this? You know, DayZ, it's kind of, when 2 groups meet, it's almost never going to end really well, you know. 2 groups equals firefight, usually. I've seen very few moments where the groups are friendly to each other. We've had it once in a private server, like a whitelist server, and we knew that group was a sort of a group of survivor type people, and they didn't mean any harm to people who are also, you know, the survivor type. But there was also a bandit group, and we sometimes collaborate between each other and, you know, perform a hit on those bandits. Because I would classify myself as a survivor, I suppose. I'm not really a hero. I don't trust everybody. Like, I think heroes are they either have too much time on their hands and they have to keep collecting their gear and getting killed by a survivor who, you know, he acts friendly, he doesn't shoot for a while, and then when you're not looking, he'll pop a cap in your head, because that's what happens quite often. You know, that being a hardcore hero, it's just, yeah, I don't have enough trust for people to do that. Maybe I would have been able to do it a long time ago, but right now, no, thank you. Now it's really hard to see because I'm looking into the sun. But the idea is that I move west as far as I can right now. I've never really done that in Standalone. But in the future, if I want to go, you know, on a... I've got some water here, so that's not a problem. I know there's a village to the northeast of here. And you know, if I go further west now, I'll next log on. Probably the sun is going to be around this area, and then I don't have to look up against the sun. And if I look that way, you know, the visibility is a lot better. And we're in the forest, so I'm hoping there's going to be animals at that time, and that I can find some animals and start my cooking. With our pretty crossbow. I think they did a good job on the crossbow. The only sad part is that you can put an ACOG on it and it doesn't shoot straight. Yeah, I really want to get a red dot though, but that would be really cool. Sadly, I don't have any. Yeah, I guess that's it. I think I'm gonna log out now because I got what I need. I'm really tempted to wait for the next update and then do a really big coverage of that new patch. And I'll show everybody what it's like to do the, you know, hardcore outdoor survival. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this was entertaining enough for you. I'll see you guys some other time.